I decided to do this video because I came across this software, Detox My Mac, uh, and I ran it and I kind of let it do its default thing, and I ran into a lot of problems. Um, I backed up everything, thank God, because I ran into a major problem. And if it hadn't been for the backup, I would have spent at least, I don't know, a day, of just trying to put everything back the way it was. So the thing that I'm talking about is the detox leftovers. Okay, I'm not going to go into anything else here right now because that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to warn you guys that this detox leftovers, what this is calling leftovers, are pretty much all of your preferences. Okay, it's all of your preference files for all of the programs that you run. So if you understand that, then obviously you don't need the explanation. But if someone doesn't understand what the preferences are, it's what desktop picture you have. That's one of your preferences. Okay, when you open up a program and you run, like, let's say, mail, it's going to be all of your settings, how the windows look, the options that you've selected, etc., etc. Okay, and then what it's saying here, detox, that pretty much means delete. So this means delete preferences. That's what that means. Detox leftovers. What happened to me when I ran this, it deleted my preferences. A ton of them. Like every program that's on my system. And not just that, but also the Mac OS. I had to sign in as I rebooted and I logged into my account. It was like I was starting from scratch. I had to log into my iCloud account. I had to agree again to the the software agreements and all that stuff. It came up, my dock was reset, my background picture was reset. I opened up Mail, and I had to recreate all of my accounts from scratch. I mean, this is crazy. This is a crazy feature, if you want to call it that, but it just reset everything. So even here in the options, there's really nothing. There's nothing here. This widget leftovers, I'm not really sure what that does, but this application's leftover. Let's go ahead and scan it so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we are after this scan. Pop-up is, self-explanatory. Now this detox button, I mean, yeah, you don't want to press that, okay? I'm going to cancel this out and I'm going to show you what it's got. So, I'm going to close this up here. My name here. Yeah, it's found 1,600 files, okay? For right now, we're going to ignore the widget leftovers. So this, you can see, let me show you the path of some of these things here. Let's just say Audacity preferences. You can see here, this is the path. It's in the library and it's in your preferences. This is the preference, the preferences for Audacity, okay? Now, I personally don't use it very much, so yeah, you can get rid of it. It's not a big deal. But if you use something a lot, like I'm using, Photoshop all the time, and these are all my Photoshop settings. I don't want to delete that. And the truth is that pretty much everything in here, at one point or another, I'm going to need it again. All of these files, as far as I can tell, are your preference files. I mean, I use Lightroom all the time. I use, my address book. Why do I want to reset all that? It's just ridiculous. This should not be something that's even in here for detoxing, or what they call detoxing, because it's just delete preferences. And the problems are immense. It wasn't just with the Finder. It's also with all the programs. But I was going to mention that even some of my authorizations for my programs, I had to re-enter them. That's crazy. You don't want to do this. This is something that, unless that you really, really, really want to go through 1,600 files and then look at some of these. I don't know what this is. I have no clue what these things are. These are invisible files. I don't know if the system needs this. I have no idea. You'd be better off going into that invisible folder. It's an invisible folder, the library and the preferences. Just do it manually. You find some program that you definitely know you're not going to use and just trash it. But to just trash everything, just don't do it. Just undo it. At least uncheck this one. And you know, I don't know what all these other things do. Now, like I say, it fixed this problem for me, but be careful with this one. Be really careful with it. I would just leave it off.
You'll find more information on this offer by clicking the link in the description below this video.